Let's see, Tex. Well, Mr. White, you've just seen the whispering skull with your own two eyes.
Yeah, that's mysterious, all right. Funny, no hoof marks.
Well, never is. It's been going on for weeks.
Trailing this whispering skull is kind of keeping you away from your law practice in Piute Springs, isn't it?
Now, you see, the sheriff of Piute happens to be Ellen Jackson's father. And, well, they're friends of mine.
Oh, I get it. Sheriff hasn't been able to arrest the skull, so you put away the law books to help out.
Well, no, not entirely. You see, there've been a lot of strange things going on. First, the stage was held up. Then several ranchers were killed. Mike Coran was the first to see the skull, but nobody's got close enough to him yet to identify him.
Let's backtrack from where we heard the first shot.
Fine.
Jeffers. He's got something in his hand.
Funny old brown rock. I'll keep it, Travis.
Tex, no wonder the folks around Powder Springs are moving out, selling their ranches. A skull that rides by night. A horse that makes no noise and leaves no trail. Doesn't make sense.
I'll get the sheriff to take care of Lee.
I'm meeting Panhandle in Rock Creek.
I'll join you.
Who is it?
Leif Jeffers.
Well, that's who it is, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Sheriff. Look what I found in my office this morning. A warning from the Whispering Skull. Same kind you found in your land office, Mike.
Yeah.
Leave town or you'll be next. Signed, the Whispering Skull.
I don't scare easily, Sheriff. And I don't believe in ghosts, even if most of the people in this town do, who've already moved away. But I don't intend to be any target for a night-riding skull.
If the skull's got his mark on you, Duke, how do you intend to get away?
Get him before he gets me. If the sheriff won't head a posse, I will.
We'll ride. Let's get Jeffers in the empty store.
Don't eat it. Oh, what's the matter? We'll be greedy.
Well, I felt pots and pans, rolls, all cord, baling wire, any old thing your heart desires.
Who are you?
Utah Smith.
Where do you come from?
Utah?
Where were you last night?
Utah? Right here. I camp here all night. Why? Hey, what do you do with this?
Why,
That's my nightgown. I sleep in it. My horse blanket fits me.
A black nightshirt?
Yeah, saves washing. We're coming, ain't it?
How does he look to you now?
Looks like we caught up with the skull. Wait a minute. What's this all about?
Listen, we know you're the skull. Yeah, and you killed Nate Devers.
The skull rode a dark horse, and that horse out there is dark.
He's your man, Sheriff. We'll give him a quick fair trial, and if he's found guilty, hanging won't take long.
Wait a minute, now I ain't no skull. I don't have nothing to do with ghosts. They scare me to death. Hey, you're the law. Make them let me go.
Wait, he's not the skull.
What makes you so sure?
Does he look like the kind that would ride a horse that makes no sound when his feet hit the ground? No. He's not the skull, that I'm sure.
Well, if he isn't, who is?
Well, maybe you are. You or you. Perhaps I am. Who can... We'll take him into town and give him a fair trial.
Nope, road straight. I'll drill the man that drops that noose over his head.
Hanging a man without due process of law is murder.
Thanks, Tex.
How'd you get here?
His horse didn't make any noise. Oh, I heard it. You was so busy trying to hang me, you couldn't hear nothing. Maybe he's
You under the noose. Step down.
glad trying to hang a man with his own rope.
If you think he's the skull, why don't you ask him the questions you asked the other fellow? Or maybe you don't trust that gun of his.
I'll ask him. When I'm ready.
Yeah, but you ain't ready now.
I'll ask the question that they didn't have the nerve to. Who are you?
My name's Carson. Reno Carson. Any objections?
No. But I sent for someone that I've never met before. By the name of Wyatt. Dave Wyatt. Thought you might be he.
Sorry, but the name is still Carson.
I'm sorry, too. But thanks again for saving the calls yet.
All the doggone liars I ever knowed, you were the worst. Why didn't you tell him you was Dave Wyatt and we was the Rangers he sent for?
Just a hunch, Panhandle, not to tip our hands.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Say, who is this skull I'm supposed to look like?
We'll tell you when we find out. Came near making an awful mistake, boys. Trying to hang that peddler for the skull.
Oh, come. He looks like the skull to me.
Maybe so, but we would have left ourselves with no one to blame a lot of things on.
Meaning what?
That sheriff down the road is beginning to get in our way. Now, if something were to happen to him, we'd get a new one. Maybe someone who'd play our way. Who do you think would be blamed for the sheriff's accident?
Why, we would.
No. The Whispering Skull.
Hey, Judge. I want to have a talk with you.
What's up, Island?
Maybe we'd better find out.
want this private, or can they all listen?
There's nothing private about it, Judge. I want you to sign that warrant.
What's the idea, Marvin, asking me to sign a warrant for the arrest of the skull when we don't know who we're looking for?
We know who we're looking for. The Whispering Skull. Sign it so I can serve it. Well, I'm waiting, Judge. I'll serve this between now and midnight. No, boys, I'll serve it alone.
There's something funny about that. Marvin riding out with a warrant to serve on the skull alone.
Yeah, you notice the judge didn't want to sign it. I've been suspicious of the judge all along. He looks like the skull to me.
If Marvin thought he had the skull in the judge, would he be riding out of town looking for him?
I thought myself the judge acted kind of funny. Oh, he's always like that. Suspicious of everything and everybody.
I sure hope he don't look my way. Once was enough for me.
Let's have a talk with the judge.
You all go first. Come on in, Mike. Have a drink with us.
No, thanks. I gotta get back to the office.
No judge in there.
Huh. Another brown rock.
It's just like the one that Leif Jeffers had in his hand when he was killed.
Yeah?
Don't look like much, do they? Where's Duke Walker?
He's in his office.
Duke, come out here. I want to talk to you.
Say, how long are we going to stick around here waiting for the judge?
I think that shot came from Duke's place.
shot in here. What happened?
Nothing.
Well, then you don't mind if we take a look?
Nobody goes in there, stranger.
No?
No. What is all this? This hombre insisted on going into the back room. But you told us nobody was supposed to go in there.
You know what's in there?
Yes, of course I do. Marvin Jackson, the sheriff.
He's dead.
So would you be if you had a 45 slug in you.
How do you know he's got a 45 slug in him?
Well, I was in here with Duke and the others. I just left when I heard the shot and came right back in. They were all here. I went in with Duke and we saw what happened. I told them to keep everyone out till I got Doc Humphreys. Go ahead, Doc, and examine the corpse. There's no corpse in there.
Yeah, I must be seeing things.
Sheriff was there, all right.
Well, he's not there now.
Well, dead men can't walk, or can they?
How do we know he was dead?
Hey, here's the sheriff out here.
Marvin Jackson is dead.
Well, how do you account for him being out here?
Yes, when a moment ago he was in Duke's office.
He was in my office, all right.
Yeah, I saw him myself. Say, you don't think that Whispering Skull had anything to do with this, do you?
Marvin was a fool setting out to serve a warrant on the skull.
It looks that way, Judge.
Let's take him inside.
We put him in the empty store.
Ellen, Marvin's daughter.
Hello, Ellen.
Hello, Tex. What's wrong?
Come into your father's office now.
Where's Dad? Something's happened to him, I know it. I've felt it ever since I received his letter 3 days ago.
We just found him. Sit down, Ellen.
I guess none of us need say much, Ellen.
I understand. Read this letter from Father, Tex. It will explain a lot of things. You see, Father knew the Whispering Skull.
I know who the Whispering Skull is. I can hardly believe it, Ellen. I can place my hands on the skull any time of the day or night. I know his hideout and the secret of why his horse makes no noise. As ever, your dad.
Too bad you didn't get here sooner, Ellen. You might have known your father's secret. Are you sure your father never gave you any idea of who he thought the skull might be?
No.
I want to talk to you, Doc.
All right. Jackson. When he was elected sheriff of Paiute, he just closed up his business here and let it stand. Well, you said you wanted to talk. Go ahead. A dead man can't repeat anything you want kept secret.
That's right, Doc. A dead man can't. But this man is not dead.
It seems impossible for him to be alive, but he is.
Doc, we've got to hide Marvin Jackson and keep him alive.
We're both taking a risk. If we take him away and he lives, fine. But if he dies, how are we going to explain why we took a dead man?
To the skull, the sheriff of Paiute is dead. Now, if we can keep him alive so he can talk, any risk we run will be worth it. Well, minutes count right now, Doc. Do I try it alone, or are you with me?
We'll work together, Mr.
Reno Carson will do for the time being. Where can we hide him?
We're standing over the best place I know of right now. The cellar of this store.
Hey, how about filling you this bucket? That thing you got there is too small. What'll wear you out carrying water in that thing?
Looks big enough for me.
I said the bucket was too small. I see you don't want to buy a bucket.
No, I didn't want to buy a bucket.
That's what I thought.
Marvin was a good sheriff. It'll be hard to find a man to replace him, Judge.
Of all the towns I was ever in, this is the worst. What that Whispering Skull's got the women folks so scared they won't even open the door to see what I'm selling. Fixing to bury the sheriff, well, I might as well start traveling.
Well, I think we have found a man to replace him.
Wait a minute. You gents think you've got the skull again, you're mistaken. I ain't forgetting the reception you give me coming into Paiute.
Put up your shooting iron. You can use it to good reason if you'll listen.
I'll put it away when you explain what you want. Now start chirping.
Well, I don't have to tell you that Paiute needs a new marshal. A man to fill Marvin Jackson's boots. And the judge seems to think that you're the man for the job.
You're not getting me to take that job. Not in this town. Lawmen don't live long enough around here.
Well, there's good money in it.
Yeah, but you can't spend money where them sheriffs want you. Besides, I want to die with my boots on, so it won't hurt my toe when I kick the bucket.
Here's to the new marshal.
Well, I ain't drinking to that.
Oh, I just pulled in Mr. Smith, Tex, to take over Marvin Jackson's place.
Well, that's fine. I think you'll make a good sheriff. Your first job is already cut out for you. Come with me. When I first came in here, Marvin was here, Leif was over there. When I came back, this is what I found. Leif Jeffers. You're the law, mister. Find Marvin Jackson's body. You'd better hurry up about it.
Yeah, and if you've got any ideas about giving Leif a funeral, you better do that quick, before his body disappears.
Who do you suspect?
Well, I don't know nothing about being a marshal. I don't know where to start. Who should I suspect? Myself? Hey, what am I saying?
Tex, I want to go over and see Dad.
Not now, Ellen. Come on back. I want to talk to you.
I can't for the life of me figure what anyone would want with a dead man.
Well, your dad's letter made it plain that he knew who the skull was.
Yes.
Well, I can't figure out why, if he knew who the skull was, that he didn't arrest him instead of waiting to get shot in the back.
Well, you read Dad's letter. He said he could place his hand on the skull any time of the day or night. I have my suspicions, too.
Well, look, Ellen. If you know who he is, please tell me so I can go after him.
Hey, Mike. The skull wasn't through with the sheriff when he shot him. That's so? Yeah, he's been in town taking his body.
What do you think, Doc?
He has a chance. It's a slim one, but a chance.
have to live.
Sure, I've got to live. You hear me? You must live. You will live to get the skull.
You hear me, Marvin? You must live.
Hey, he ain't talking to me.
You will live to get the skull.
It's never too late to say you're sorry. True love awaits you all your days. Someone's heart beats for you. Her eyes with tears are starry. It's never too late to mend your ways. It's never too late to win your true love. She will be there for you to find. She has pledged you her love by all the stars above. It's never too late to change your mind. It's never too late to be forgiven. No reason why you have to wrong. Don't you know you'll regret this long life you're living? It's never too late to go back home.
Well, I guess you think it's funny finding me singing at a time like this.
Not at all, Tex.
It's the way I sort of relax.
Hey, how close are we getting our hands on the skull?
Very close.
If the sheriff lives and talks.
The sheriff lives.
Mm-hmm. I've been with Doc Humphreys. We made a little discovery. Found that Marvin was still alive.
Oh. So it was you who moved him?
That's right, with the doc. We took him into the cellar under the empty store and operated. Got the bullet. Looks like he's got a chance to pull through.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, we didn't have time, and minutes counted. And if the skull knew he was still alive, he might make another try and this time finish him.
Well, let's get back. Be there when Marvin comes to. Maybe you can tell us who shot him. We're working the skull idea all right. Nobody suspects us in any way. Not even Tex Ritter. I know. So long as nobody knows who the real skull is, we might as well keep the blame on his shoulders for everything we do.
Yeah, but what are we going to do when the real skull finds out we phoned in on his setup?
Well, we won't have to worry about that after tonight. Islas, you make sure you get that strong box off the stagecoach tonight. We'll have enough money to buy up that range property with the rocks on. We'll all be rich. What do you make of that, Tex? Well, they're up to something, but what? Wonder what Ellen's doing out here. I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Unhook your horses and take them down the road.
One of Duke Walter's men.
Well, what do you know about that? Say, I don't mind going back now we got the skull.
He isn't the real skull.
He ain't.
What are his chances, Doc?
Good. I'm glad you're here. Marvin's been trying to talk. Don't worry, Ellen. Your dad's going to pull through. Just sit here quiet.
Duke, stage just got in. Something's going wrong.
I'll say something's gone wrong. We'd better start heading for new parts. Leave what we know is $1 million laying around loose on the ground. I don't know. Why, that's Isla's.
Yeah, you've had the skull in your camp all along and didn't even suspect it.
Well, who would? Well, we can all rest easy now that you got him, Marshal.
Oh, I didn't get him. Another skull shot him.
Another skull.
Yeah.
I saw the judge leave town the same time you did, Duke. He hasn't come back.
I've had him pegged for the skull from the start, and you know it.
You're right, Carter. The judge is a skull, and he killed Islands.
They surprised me. My back was turned. I looked over my shoulder and saw Duke. He fired. That's all I remember.
I'm going to call for a showdown with the judge and rip that mask off his face.
I want to talk with you, Duke.
I want to talk with you too, Judge. Just a moment. Time for a showdown, Duke.
Mike Corp. You haven't got anything on me?
What did you run for? Go back to town. You got some explaining to do.
Mike here found a lot of these rocks on the range. He thought they were diamonds. He wanted to buy the land cheap, so as the skull, he tried to frighten the ranchers into selling. Those he couldn't scare, he killed.
Duke found some of the stones, tried to beat the skulls his own game. But they both didn't know that these kind of diamonds are worthless.
We'll hold the whole kit and caboodle for trial.
Adios, Judge. So long, Doc.
All right, Dave. Good luck. Hi, Dave. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Tex. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Judge, I owe you an apology.
I owe you one too, Doc.
Now you say there's nothing left between us but a ghost of what we tried to find. I'm afraid my heart is just the same, dear. So I'll wait in case you change your mind. Maybe I should say it's best we're parting. Maybe I have love with a heart too blind. But I know I never could forget you. I'm still yours in case you change your mind. In this world of strife and understand and I won't blame you. But I'll wait in case you change your mind. If you think your love for me has ended and you wanna leave it all behind, go your way, but just remember, darling, I'll be yours in case you change your mind.
What do you think you're doing, Panhandle?
Digging for diamonds. We're rich. Come on, help me.
Forget it. They're worthless.
Oh, the ones I got ain't. They cut fast.
Well, that's about all they're good for, Panhandle.
Oh, sure. I thought I was going to be rich.